Good morning, students. Myself, Badi Alekhya, Assistant Professor, Department of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, RMD Engineering College. Today, we are going to discuss a demonstration on basic concepts of React. Let us start. Already, we know what are the prerequisites for React. One is Node.js, another one is Visual Studio. Now, I am going to check the version of my Node. This version is there. Now, I am going to create a project by statement npx create hyphen react hyphen app. I am giving a name as demo. Demo React. It's creating a new React app. Just wait for a while. It's installing the packages and dependencies needed for reacting app. Wait for a little bit of time. It's downloading the dependencies. Now my new React app demo React is going to be created. Now created. I have to get into my folder first. The name of the folder is Demo React. Get inside that folder and start the experiment running your React app by using a command npm start. Now it's going to start React app. So automatically displayed. Loading. Let's display the React app. Now I am moving to Visual Studio. I'm writing my code. Now I am going to open my folder. Click on Open Folder and select Demo React. My folder name is Demo React. Select that folder. Now my folder is open. Under the Demo React, I am going to source. In that source, I have app.js. See how the changes will be reflected. Now if I am going to remove the image here, see if after any changes you have to save the changes. Now if you go and observe in the browsers, the image disappeared. Now I am going to delete the entire code. See the changes. I save the changes by Ctrl S and I observed in the browsers. There is nothing in my port. Now I am going to write the code inside my app.js. I already explained the code in the previous session. Now I paste the code somewhere. I will paste that code and I will show to you guys. Go to the Visual Studio. I paste it here. See, I already explained in the previous session how to create a component, how to create a different components, how to use the properties. Let us discuss. First I will run. I will save here. Now if I go and see the browser, refresh my browser because I didn't, why error means I didn't create a component here. That's why it's display the error here. I have to create a component name. Welcome.js. So already I have a code what we discussed in the previous session. I will paste it here. See, now we have two codes. So first for creating a compound, where we have to write the code here, JavaScript. So when you are creating a component, import React component. This is the syntax for creating the component. Now I am going to call another component. So if you are going to call the component values from one JS file to another JS file, that concept we call it as props. See here, I am going to import welcome from the welcome component inside app component. Let us see these changes are reflected. If I want to add any styles to your page, you can add. At present, there are some styles are present inside this CSS. If you want to add any new changes, any color changes to your particular app, you can apply the changes here. Just I am showing to you guys how to access the components and props and states inside the React app. So go to the browser and refresh it. Just a minute. I have to control yes. Control yes. Now I move to browser and I change it. There is some error, we will rectify it. Component is not defined. Just a minute. Yes, here I am not defining the component. That's why it's showing error. Just copy the syntax of creating the component and paste it here. Whatever the changes you did, just save it. Now we are going to check the browser. Changes are reflected. Yes, the changes are reflected. Aiml age 35. Given color black, character is good. Alekhya. Whatever the things I mentioned here. Now we clearly understand concept. This line represents component. These are component only mainly used to communicate with the React app. Generally we call React is a component driven architecture. This component driven architecture helpful to communicate from one page to the another page. So this is a syntax for creating a component. So we can create multiple components for a single app by using like this. If you want to connect from one component to another component and access one component properties to the another component properties, we are using a statement called props. If you observe here, I am going to import the component welcome in the component app. Here I am giving the variable names as color black, character good, name Arun, age 35. If you observe it, here if I am going to change the title, I'm going to give like this, understanding. Welcome to React program. For your better understanding, I remove all these things. This is unnecessary. Another thing you have to remember here is if you open the tab, you have to close the tab. So this is a render method. The lines which you are going to write inside the return, we call it as JXX. I'm saving and see what's the changes in the browser. See, irrelevant things are removed. How the name is Arun is displayed means in here in Visual Studio, I write a code, name is Arun. By using this thing, this.props.name, the name present in one component is going to reflected in the another component. Again, age colon equal to this.props.age. By using this property, you are going to call the variable from one component to the another component. Now I am going to teach you what is the purpose of virtual DOM here. So if I observe here, here I am in state I am giving occupation equal to teaching. If I want to apply the changes, so up to that, if you see the page, it is static. If I want to apply some dynamic operations onto the app without affecting the another contents present in the app, we are using a concept called virtual DOM, virtual document object model. Here if you observe, on performing a action hand click, it moves to the thing console.log click, and to change the occupation you have to write the syntax like this dot set state occupation equal to, not equal to, colon IT. Now I am going to apply the changes. Before clicking, I am going to show in the browser. Before clicking, the occupation is teaching. After clicking the button, the occupation is changed to IT. So another example also I will explain to understand the concept of virtual DOM. In YouTube, if I am going to click on one video, it's only React and remaining things are static. To wherever I put a mouse on click, that is in motion and remaining things are all in statics. The same concept we are going to apply for the virtual DOM. So it does not disturb the original content. Wherever it needs motions, it's going to perform the action. This concept we have called it as virtuality. Thank you, students. I think you understand how it's working, what are components, what are states, what's the purpose of props. Observe here, this statement is representing components and these statements is representing states. And to communicate from one component to the another component, we are using props. On click or otherwise, if you want to convert a static elements into dynamic elements, we are going to use the concept called virtual DOM. That's all, students, for today's sessions. I will meet with some other new concept in the next session. Thanking you.